to Intermediate Level English Language Arts.
Recognizing the possessive form of nouns. Okay, so possessive form, it's a form that shows ownership or possession. Possessive, possession, ownership. Okay, so just like in making a noun plural, okay, you also have what you call a general rule. And the general rule is that if the noun ends in S, if the noun already ends in S, then just add an apostrophe. But if the noun does not end in S, then add an apostrophe and then S. All right? Apostrophe, that's just the one over there, the one that's like a comma, but it's on top. Okay? And then S. If it does not end in S. All right? So example, Becky's teacher. Okay? Becky is the one that shows ownership. Okay? So Becky has a teacher. So you have Becky's teacher. Okay? Becky is, it ends in Y. So since it ends in Y, just add an apostrophe and then S. Next, Max's restaurant. Max has a restaurant and you want to show it it has ownership. So Max's restaurant. Okay. Next, girls ribbons. Girls, there is already plural. It ends in S. So you have to just add an apostrophe. Okay. Girls there shows possession. They own ribbons, right? So girls' ribbons. Okay. Now, once we're all done, okay. Now, I will not ever go through all of the rules in your books because it's all there in your books, okay? There are just a few noteworthy rules that I'd like to discuss for today, okay? Because you could just read them in your books. They're all on pages 31 to 33, okay? But there are a few noteworthy rules that I'd like to discuss with you guys. Okay, number one is that when you are dealing with plural proper nouns. Now, proper nouns can be plural. Can because sometimes some people bend the rules and, well, you could actually make a proper noun plural. Example, the last name Santos. Santos is a common last name, okay? And Santos, when you talk about a lot of those with Santos, you say Santoses, okay? Yes, Santoses. Okay, now they already end in S, so with plural proper nouns, you have to just add an apostrophe. Gonzaleses, okay? Gonzaleses, okay? Apostrophe. And then the word that they own. So for example, the Santoses mansion, the Gonzaleses building, okay? Those are just some noteworthy rules. Number two, add an apostrophe and S to form the plural words, letters, or symbols. So for example, you'd like to make a certain number or a certain symbol plural, you add an apostrophe and then S. Example, T's or I's or sevens or these or fours, okay? But they do not show possession. Take note, okay? If you do this in symbols, okay, on letters or on numbers, okay, these are already in plural form. And then possession can also be shown by the of phrase. Now, you could either show possession by using the apostrophe and then the S, or you could use an of phrase. An of phrase basically is, it looks like this, okay? So when you want to use the apostrophe and the S method, okay, what you do is you start with the thing that owns and then the thing it owns. So for example, Max's restaurant, just like a while ago, right? Max owns a restaurant. So the one that shows ownership there is Max. So you start with Max, and then the apostrophe and S, and then the thing Max owns, a restaurant. But if you're going to be using an of phrase is when you use the word of, the preposition of, you will start with the thing it owns first, followed by the owner. So the restaurant of Max. So Max owns a restaurant, so the restaurant is what he owns. So the restaurant of Max, or the teacher of Becky, or the foot of the bed, or the fruit of the tree. These are examples just a while ago, right? Examples a while ago, so that you guys can see the different uses of it. All right? Okay. Now, again, possessive nouns, right? They follow the apostrophe or the apostrophe S. If they end in an S already, then just put an apostrophe. But if it doesn't end in S, then you put an apostrophe and then S. All right? Okay.